It's Felicity from GetYourRockOut here with a couple of the guys from Fireroad. How are you doing today?
Yeah, we're doing really well. We've had a good day so far, so things are going well.
Have you seen anybody play, or have you been doing press all day?
No, we went to just caught the Massive Wagon set, the acoustic set they did, yeah. So we know the guys from Massive Wagons, we've done a few gigs in the past, and we got on really well. So we went.
Good as gold.
They come to see us last night, supported us, so we turned the favour, Good bunch of guys.
It was their first acoustic gig as well, so
yeah.
we sort of wanted to make sure we were there, But they were great. I mean, I think it's one of those things, you've got to support the bands that the people and the ones who are coming up, and it's the same as us, So it's good.
And you guys played last night here at Hard Rock Hell, so how was it?
Go on, Mark.
Okay, the truth is, our guitarist is ill right at the moment, so he couldn't make it along to the gig. He's in hospital at the moment, but we were very nervous before we went on because it's the first time we've played as a three. We were very aware that Gavin's a big part of the band and brings a lot to the sound. So we thought we got to fill these holes, etc. We decided to just get up there and just just smash it basically, give it 110%. And to be honest, we knew once we were a couple of tracks in that things were going to be okay. We'd settle down and everybody seemed to like it. And then the people that seen the band in the past said that it didn't really miss the guitarist as such. So yeah, we come off. We were really ecstatic. Really, when we come off, all the nerves had gone, the pressure was gone, and we just relaxed.
That was probably due to the dancers who were on stage.
Yeah.
90% of the time.
And how is he? I mean, suspected meningitis, is it?
Yeah, it's been bouncing around. I mean, we took him to the doctors yesterday morning before we dropped him in the hospital. Possible diabetes. Then it was viral meningitis.
Now it's
pneumonia.
So basically, they don't have a clue what's going on.
We're not quite sure. He's just really ill. That's all we really know. But
we missed him last night. But the thing is, I think the nice thing was, we are a band, and it's a case of we knew more than anything else, so we had to pull it out of the bag just to give people who've supported us the last 18 months a bit of something back. We had a lot of people there last night with Fireroad t-shirts on, and we're still relatively unknown, and it's a matter of sort of going, well, this is what we do. And I think all the right people, were there, from friends to people who we've met over the last 18 months, but also we've had nice few compliments from people who I would call, good industry people, so it's very important, it's good for us.
And I mean, you have been around for relatively such a short space of time, and to win the competition and get here already, I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, right? I mean, we're still a really young band. We've been going, as I said, 18 months. Things kicked off so quickly. It was literally from just a few friends getting together, and the album was in the studio within weeks. We recorded our first album, and since then it's just gone bonkers. Pretty much one of the first gigs we did was supporting the Stereophonics in Newport Centre down in South Wales, and then since then it's just gone crazy, isn't it? Everything we've tried to go and do, we've got. The Steelhouse Festival down in Evervale, we battled hard to get on there, got that. Then it was to get on to Highway to Hell, got there, did that, got here, and it's just gone from strength to strength.
It's nice. I mean, none of us are sort of wet behind the ears when it comes to the being in a band touring thing. But I think it's the experience and collectively of the band and the vision. I know it sounds a bit thin, but the vision we share as a band is this is what we're going to do, and we're not going to be in a position where I mean, if we were if we were 20 odd now, it's more important to get drunk and be a rock star than actually be a musician. I think that's generally what the case is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I mean, we've all been in bands, and we've all done it for a long time. So I mean, I know the band is relatively young, but as musicians, we've been playing nearly 20 years, plus, and
so you know what the score is, really.
We've been around a little bit.
It's important to know, I think, what you got to do, and we know it's going to be a hard old slog. We know it takes work, and we're not afraid to do it. I mean, I think it's fair to say that we're all pretty much dedicated to the cause, and it's good. It's working really well, and it's nice for us, isn't it?
It's really good vibe. We're really enjoying it. I mean, I think that comes across when we play, and when we're on stage, we're just enjoying it. We're having a really good crack, and we were just looking forward to the next thing all the time. What's the next thing we can get? The next thing we can get, and we're just riding this big wave. It's just
that Wembley headline started looking for. That's your big one. I think that's February. I think that is.
Fantastic. And you are working on some more material at the moment.
Yeah.
So, do we have a vague release date in mind for this?
Well, what's happening at the moment, we have written some new tracks. We played a few new tracks in the set last night, but at the moment our main focus, we've just had our debut album remixed and mastered.
Yes.
So we're looking to re-release that in the new year, and maybe a few tracks off that. There might be, and one new track added to the listings. We're waiting to see on that, right? That's top secret stuff.
That would be great.
I think the most important thing, if I can just jump in, I mean, it's going to be out in January, right? We wanted to make sure it's out as soon as possible. We've done all the hard work now to get it back out there, and it's pretty much the album that we really wanted to make the first time round. But it's, you know, it's going to be released hopefully worldwide now, and the nature of that is we need to make the best product as we possibly can, and I think it does justice for the people who have bought the first sort of version of it, and the people that have come to see us and stuff, to know now that when we do put it out there, it's going to be the best possible sounding album out there. I mean, you know, we got a little studio back home where the guy we work with is good as gold, and you know, we've worked hard to get it sorted, and like I say, we got a couple of stuff up on iTunes at the moment, and it's a case of now once the album goes back up in, hopefully before January, if we can get it up on iTunes, but the physical copies will be available then in January. So you know.
And the next kind of 6 months or so, what's the plan? What's the game plan?
What we ultimately, our goal is to try and get, you know, on tour, you know, UK. At least, just we're really working towards that, trying to get in with, you know, sort of different management and you know, booking agents, etc. And it's a hard old slog, we understand, but you know, we're trying to build our profile up so we can get in a position there. I mean, that's what the band is ultimately looking for, so we can get out there and play live. That's what we want to do, you know. I mean, that's what we enjoy doing.
A really big booking agent to pick us up and just take us everywhere. Seriously,
just stick us on the road. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're all looking to try and do that. You know, get out and do a series of dates. And just play all the time, you know, as many places as we possibly can. Just try and, you know, it's just a work ethic, really. You know? We just want to, we're itching to work hard, you know. And
well, it's really, really nice to see it. Yeah. It makes a pleasant change from a lot of bands.
Well, yeah, people, I think, I mean, this is a difference. I mean, you know, we'll be the first to admit them as the Spring Chickens in terms of what we're doing, but I think, especially within the sort of rock fraternity, and even to transcend that, people are very forgiving if the songs and the product they're buying into is of some value. I mean, I know I don't want to describe it like that, but so many people, and I've done it myself, right? You get bands that they get together, and all of a sudden you've got different members changing over the first couple of years, and then you've got these, you know, these supergroup things, and you invest your money in them, and then all of a sudden they're gone, and you've gone to concerts, t-shirts, everything else, and you think, well, you know, and it's the one thing with the Black Star Riders now. I mean, I was a fan of the Almighty when they first came around, and you know, and the Thin Lizzy stuff like everybody. But the lovely thing is seeing those guys together now is seeing Ricky Warwick with his songwriting coming back into the thing and that, because he's an incredible writer. And I think again it's going to be a testimony to the fact these guys have got together, and there seems to be a real sort of band, a real hungry sort of ethic behind it, as opposed to all us try and make some money and go out there and.
We've seen Ricky Warwick playing almost a couple of months back in summertime, wasn't it? Yeah. We went up to see him in the Underworld in Camden in London.
Oh, nice.
Fantastic, you know, it was a really, really good gig, and you know, it was worth travelling up all the way from South Wales. Like our mate was playing up there as well, Mark Curran. He was opening the acoustic show, like, so that's how we sort of went. But yeah, you know, Ricky was fantastic. It was really the first time I'd seen him, you know, live. On his own, playing an acoustic guitar, and it was in a small venue. It was great.
Nice.
Oh, he's an entity. You know, he's a proper writer. I think that's where we come from. I mean, you know, the boys would be the first to admit most of the songs that we've got on the album. I mean, were just written completely by me before we got together, and I sort of, like I say, we laughed a bit with TBFM last night. We did a bit of an A-team job, you know, and pulled together the best team I could find to do the songs. But you know, it's testimony to the creativity and the talent with the boys in the band. You know, I mean, we're all writing together now as a band, and this is what I wanted. I didn't want to be the guy to come in and go, right, this and this is happening. You know, we all sort of fight our corner, but I think at the end of the day, it's the same as any band. You do what's best for the song, you know, and I'm the best. I
mean, it does seem as though it's kind of going to be a fantastic year for you. I think you've got everything.
Yeah, I mean, we just want to take it to the next level now. You know, we don't want to go jumping. You know, we just want to just get to the next level, and just keep pushing forwards. As long as we can see that, you know, we're actually getting somewhere. Like the positive we received from last night, and before we went on stage, we were really up against it, we were thinking could be a disaster, right? But we got on stage, we just done it, we smashed it, and we were really happy really with the performance and all the comments.
I turned my amp up to 11, so it made a big difference.
Yeah, just turning up to 11. I think that was the last parting comment for it. Just do everything, just go flat out, like it's just like whatever. So we did. We all I think because we were missing Gav as well, we just all turned up on individual performances a little bit just to try and fill the gaps. But we enjoyed it.
A couple of our friends of ours who were in the audience last night, they said he was so proud of the fact that we came up and did it. And we've heard about a couple of bands that might have dropped out through just silly circumstances, and we think, well, when we look at yesterday morning, our bass player was in a funeral 10 o'clock in the morning. His daughter has gone into hospital. She was having a baby yesterday, and Gavin goes into hospital.
He's on a trip.
And
we turned up and played, and there's other people making excuses not to play for like ridiculous reasons.
But again, I think that's about collective experience and being a little bit a bit more experienced, mature about things, and going, well, look, what's the most important thing to us?
Yeah.
And
I think it shows how much we want it as well. We really want this now. This is what we want to do. Like, so we do anything to try and angle the next move, or I don't know.
We've all had a little shot before, haven't we? And we just think to myself, so it just feels
come
right.
So close, and then start again and come close. And
well, I really hope that it turns out well. I have no doubt that it will. I think that you got your heads properly screwed on with it. So yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to chat. It's been a pleasure. Can I just give a shout out to Bruce Fleming, please, and the people who wanted me to give a shout out on stage last night. Obviously, you know the situation. We're a little bit up against it, but I hope you have a great weekend, man, and I'll hopefully meet you. Okay. Thank you so much, and I have no doubt that we'll see you somewhere very soon.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Thanks a lot.